Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos. Hit that notification bell. Hit that Cash App $ BJ Matthews. Hit the PayPal at Project Masters as well. Um, Also, you can go to our super stickers and super comments available. You guys can send your love through there as well. If you guys have a comment y'all want to put on there, just send your donation for the content we drop in. You can go ahead and do it right here. But let's get it going. All right, man. So uh, we got a quick video for y'all today, right now, man. It has been reported that Kawhi Leonard has been diagnosed with a torn right meniscus. All right, he's been diagnosed with a torn right meniscus. Um, it looks like it was suffered in game one, um, where he aggravated the knee, and I guess at that time he had tore his meniscus, and he goes into game two and plays on it, and yeah, that's when they ruled him out. Now I'm just a little bit trying to put two and two together, but of course, you wake up to this news in the morning. It's kind of like, wow, you really. I look at a couple things. I look at a few things. I'm looking at the Clippers. You know how they reported this news after the series, which I don't understand why they choose to hold information out until the end when people of different teams, when they have these injuries, they tell the people right away what they need to know. Like a player like Tyler Hero for Miami Heat, broken hand, he's out for at least 4 to 6 weeks. Victor Oladipo, knee injury, he's out. Um, why I don't understand why these guys keep out serious information. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Um, Now here we are with Kawhi with a torn right meniscus. Now I got to give him an apology because you know I have believed it was a right knee sprain, and I was thinking they were trying to um, basically allow this injury just to, what I'm saying, rest and not play on it. But apparently, this is a torn right meniscus, and for him to drop 31 points in game two, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that and still be as dominant as he was on that meniscus tear. It showed me a couple things. It showed me that Kawhi Leonard will play through injuries. And it shows me that the Clippers have an issue with being transparent, with not just the fan base, but just people in general. I just don't know the logic of this. So you mean to tell me you knew this was already happening, yet you still reported that this was something that you guys are taking day by day? To me, it's just crazy. And then you hear the post game, with guys like Ty Lue saying that it's possible he can return. There's hope that he can return, but they're all pretty much saying, "Oh, this is a torn right meniscus now." So it's just very strange to me, man. Like it's very weird to me, and it's very strange for a organization to be that secretive and to be that pretty much lying. They're pretty much lying about it, and I don't understand what advantage do you gain by that. If you tear your right meniscus tear, bro, you out for at least probably like a month and a half or 2 months. So Kawhi would have been out for the whole playoffs anyway. And shout out to the Clippers for playing the way they did, man. Like even last night coming back from that lead they did. Um, it's tough, man, when you have a team like that just are able to fight and prevail, and then you just missing your two stars. It's hard to overcome that. I mean, no other team can do that. No other team could win without their two best players. I mean, we were just talking about Kawhi possibly not coming, about the Clippers losing PG and them not being able to win the series. Now you get Kawhi, who is, actually leading this team. They could have won the series if Kawhi was there, but I mean, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Um, but the Clippers organization got some issues with being honest. They got issues with, I think, being transparent. Um, and that's what leads people to believe, with all these rumors and stuff on Twitter and stuff and Instagram and all these, different social media sites about Kawhi, and Paul George. Because Paul George came out and said that the injury he had was going to take about 6 weeks at the minimum. So the Clippers, I don't trust what the Clippers tell the public anymore, right? And this organization, they have to get rid of some people. If Steve Ballmer was smart, I don't know what, because he comes off as somebody who really wants to win. They're not going to win like this. Starting with that medical staff, for whatever reason, they just cannot keep players healthy, man. It's just not Kawhi. It's Paul George. It's Marcus Morris. By the way, I think he's going to be out as well. It's Patrick Beverly when he was with the Clippers. He was automatically starting to become injury prone. Um, it's, Blake Griffin and CP3. It's just a lot of different things. Norman Powell was injured for a certain period of time, I think twice. Last year, going into the play and this year he was injured. So I'm not against people getting injuries, but I mean, just something to me is not right with that medical staff. So here we are another season with a guy who's, playing at a high level. He's injured at the worst possible time. And that's made Clipper fans ask the question, what are they going to do with Kawhi and PG? Well, people asking me, is Kawhi going to retire? I don't think Kawhi is going to retire um, for a couple of reasons. I've been back and forth with this, and it's been out of, emotion, to be honest with you. Number one, over the last month, 2 months, Kawhi has been the best player in the league, if not the best, one of the top 2 or 3 players. He was just the Western Conference Player of the Month last year. He was playing at a high level, right? So we wouldn't be having this discussion if he never got hurt. So you just don't get rid of the best player or one of the top 2, 3 best players of all time, or best players in the league right now. So I don't think he retires. Now, if the Clippers get off of Kawhi, um, we'll see, because it's all about the risk reward. If you got a guy, and this is why Kawhi is going to be one of the weirdest people that we ever um, evaluate, because you're talking about a dude who has the accolades of a top 75 player, but he doesn't have the statistics career wise because of a number of things. Number one, of his role. When his first 3, 4 years of his career, he wasn't asked to score the ball a lot, have the ball in his hands a lot. He was more a defensive player. And then you look at his, what I'm saying, his demeanor, his personality. He does not really bring a lot of aura to your organization. He just wants to play ball, hoop, and what I'm saying, chill and go home with his family. That's just how he is. So he's gonna be one of the most weirdest people that we evaluate. So when I look at this situation, I'm looking at a guy who, when he's on the court, his game speaks for itself. But when he doesn't play, you know, it's kind of tough to, what I'm saying, um, vouch for him, right? So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't think they blow it up. I think they're gonna still give it time, because Kawhi, I think he's 31, PG's 32. So next year they'll be 32 and 33. So you're still relatively, good enough to play at a, high level at that time. You're not really, depends. You probably like around 35, 36 is when you start slowing down. So I think, based off how they treat him and how they, what I'm saying, figure out what in the world is going on to keep him healthy, because Steve Ballmer got the money to do it. I think they got a few years left. Um, some people, believe in this curse, that the Clippers are cursed and all this stuff, man. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't a Clipper fan until Kawhi and PG got there. I'm not one of the Clipper fans who's been there like since Blake Griffin and CP3. I came when Kawhi and PG came to the team, so I'm not familiar with all the history and all the stuff like that. I just look at the situation now. I'm like, over the last 3 seasons, when the Clippers have the team to win, but their star players are not there, or their best player isn't there, then of course here comes the curse chat. But I don't know, bro. It's just a lot of stuff that the Clippers have that they have issues with. So I mean, like I said, the main thing, you have to figure out how to keep Kawhi healthy. which I think they're going to change some stuff up. They got to get rid of that medical staff for number one. And number two, they gotta actually. I think they got to play him more. But when they play him throughout the season, play him around 30, 35 minutes a game, so he just doesn't shoot up to 40, 42 minutes in the playoffs. Because that was a jump. Like he went from playing 37, 38 minutes or 35, 36 minutes. And then he shoots up to like 41, 42 minutes, the last two. And then he just automatically gets hurt. So they have to find a way to like really give more, I guess, could say consistent minutes throughout the year. So his body doesn't go into shock. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't think they're going to get rid of him. I don't think that it's just too much, at stake. They have the team to win. Um, PG hasn't been this injury prone until he came to the Clippers. That's another thing. If you guys look at PG's career, he was never this injury prone until he came to the Clippers. Now, he's, playing, he went from playing like 75, 72, 76 games when he was at OKC to now he's playing like, 52 and, in the 40s and stuff. Like he's not playing as many games. So I just think they just need a shape up over there. They can't go into the season with the same, they have to switch something up. I'm just saying. But until next time, man, appreciate y'all coming through. Pull up a seat, pull up a chair, put live. Peace. Out of here like swim. Wow.